My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20, and today it's 12 even Steven. What are the chances of that? Yeah, it's like a double yoker. Not really, but look, I don't have my SmackDown swatter with me, and I changed my bathrobe. This is actually light pink, but it's coming through as something different. But here I am, and it's a new attitude. We're not smacking down anybody today. We're just going to try to motivate you to stay on course, whatever your course is. Of course, we all have different ways of addressing and doing and executing our keto, right? And that's the beauty of this, is finding what works for you and being able to do it and learning as we go. I sometimes find that things that I loved, used every day, suddenly I become repulsed by them, or there's an aversion towards it. And suddenly I find that it's not pulling towards me. And so I give it up. And it's like one more layer of who I am, what I like to eat, and what works for me. And then something new will come along, and it's like, oh, I like this. I could just keep doing this for just about forever, right? And so I know that ultimately simplicity is the key for me, and it just works. And I like my foods rich and savory and fatty, and I guess with the extra salts that I add. Now, some of you might not have heard a lot of my salt and water type comments, but now that it's summer, it's not that you need more water, it's that you need more salts and electrolytes in the water that you drink, because you want to keep it inside of you and not just sweat out expensive vitamins and things like that. Barbara O'Neill, O''Neil, has a wonderful video on salts and water. And it's just something, keto to me is more than just the foods that I eat in my chronometer. It's also about the healthy habits that I have. And salts and water are one of them. And I do have a San Pellegrino at least once a day, the 33-ounce one. Sometimes I have two. But I take a lot of the Celtic salt crystals, they're like the size of kosher salt, and put them on my tongue, and then have some water. In my regular household water, it's triple filtered. I squeeze half a lemon into the first one that I have, half a lemon into the second one. I put pink Himalayan salt, and then I have this concoction of MSM powder, potassium, and magnesium powders, all from bulk supplements from Amazon. And I also have low salt, which I got at a regular grocery store, which has incredible amounts of potassium in it. I have a quarter of a teaspoon in that powder mixture, and I put a half of a squeezed fresh lemon on it. And then the other half of the lemon, after I drink, I put that in the water and I drink that. And then I put the other half of the fresh lemon in the second glass of water that I'm going to have, with pink Himalayan salt and another quarter teaspoon of the low salt that I'll have with my supplements around 11 a.m. And so that's how I roll with my salts. And a few times a day, I'll put some of those crystals on my tongue, followed by a swig of whatever water it is that I'm drinking. Basically, my two liquids are coffee and water, and don't take either one of them away from me, please. I love my coffee. I admit it. I am drinking Vita Cup now, the Genius brand, while I await my French roast brand, flavor. And the Genius one, they had a great sale over the weekend with 25% off. So submit order, submit order, submit order. That's how I roll. And yes, it's pricey. And even on sale, it's going to be like $1.25, I think, per cup. But it's totally worth it. It's loaded with tons of vitamins. And I do feel them zooming through my body, kind of like when I used to take niacin, and I'd feel that flush. This is like 30 years ago, and I must be taking niacinamide or something, because I don't get that same flush, but I do with the VitaCup, and I love it. And I mix it with diatomaceous earth and xyla, butter, brain octane from Dave Asprey, pink Himalayan salt, and just a skosh, as I used to say in the bar room, of cashew milk. And I put that in the NutriBullet, and the froth is beyond. And sometimes I do the NutriBullet a couple of times with it so I can keep having froth to spoon instead of coffee to drink. I know, I'm bad. But this is how I have it in the morning. This is a 2.5 ounce cute little china cup, and I make it last longer because I have to take my lazy bum back into the kitchen and heat up 2 ounces more if I want it. So I savor it through the morning. And that's how I begin my day, with my water and my coffee. And then it makes me ready for human consumption, which is why I'm here with you today. And I use the chronometer. I just can't say enough good things about that tool. And I use it with my clients, and I can add things, shave things of theirs, as well as leave them notes. You can put your weight, you can put your exercise, and it's just a great tool. And so when I'm coaching, I can just go in and see what they're having, and they don't have to figure out how to send it and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of them are just like me, and we were not born with an iPad and are clutched in our little baby hands like the youth of today. And so life is pretty good. I found my niche. I love my older ladies, and we work together to get to a place where we're feeling healthy, like I do here. You know, I do these videos 5 times a week, and I answer all the comments, and we just go merrily along, and I love it. And at times, yes, indeed, there are smackdowns. And in fact, I'm going to be doing another video with another gentleman. And it's funny that, you know, I serve mostly women, although there are a smattering of men, which I really appreciate tuning in here. And it's funny that Mike from Keto Mad was the first man I've done a video with, and then I've got a second one kind of coming up. And the idea is rolling that it could be Saturday. So let's see if I can figure out how I'm supposed to do this, because like I said, I was not born with an iPad clutched in my little fingers. So life is good today, and we're just moseying along. My food is in, and it's very, very brief. First, I'll show you the macros and for the day. And so this is the chronometer. As I said, they have a free version. I don't know what the difference is. So for calories today, I am having 1,389 calories. Protein is 35.1. Carbs are 12.0. And my fat is 127.2. And so with 1,389 calories, I could have, oh yes, I could have another 100 calories if I wanted. So I could have something like, say, a tea with a tablespoon of that coconut oil creations chai in it later on as a little bump to get me through the day. But isn't that funny? Look at this. That's it. Because in the chronometer, like in most of these software apps, you can have a recipe put in. And so once it's in, then you can go in and adjust it, as I have at times, you know, things that I've changed, like the taco salad. And so I can, you know, then I can just start to type it in, taco salad, and the whole thing pops up. And what's in my taco salad is 6 ounces of grass-fed burger, which I will cook in a little bit of butter, and put all the spices on it. And I just put my own spices on it: turmeric, cumin, cayenne pepper, stuff like that. I like it hot. And so I kind of put that aside in the fridge, and then I do a bed of red leaf lettuce, and then some Olivia's spring mix in the middle. And then I put 60 grams of Daisy sour cream. And it was funny, I gave Greg sour cream whenever he has that vegetable that has lots of carbohydrates in any form, I give him a little square dish from Pier 1, don't you know, of Daisy sour cream. And he goes, is, is this a new one or a new kind? And I said, yeah, it's just a fresh Daisy. I buy the ones that you can squeeze. And he said, this is really delicious. And he says, I guess we have to use more and change, use fresh more often. And it's like, yeah. So that's good. I'm glad he liked it. And so I'll be having that. And then a Sabra humus medallion, the little 100-calorie thing of the guacamole. I like that better than holy guacamole. I just don't like the holy guacamole. I've tried. I really have. And I feel like adding a sweetener to it. So there's just something that's just kind of in the back of my throat in that one. But I like the Sabra one. And they're more known for their hummus, I guess. So that's what I'm doing today. And as I look around, I'm looking around seeing if there's any clues. I just read an article with two different doctors. One is Dr. Steven Sinatra. He's a heart specialist, and he is definitely one of us. And it's on why he doesn't prescribe statins. And the other one was a Dr. Steven, I don't need to know his last name, why you should take them and how they're harmless and everything else. And I just have to tell you that my dear friend in her 70s who says yes to her statins just is going blind from cataracts. And that's one of the side effects of statins. Don't know if it's related, of course, but how sad to read that and know that there could be a correlation. I get sad about stuff like that, the sheeple that will take a pill because the doctor says you should, and then they fly to Hawaii because the pharmaceutical company had a contest. It's shameful. Anyway, so that's it here. There's no smackdown. I'm not even smacking down the pharmaceuticals. They're doing what they're doing, and the people that trust them will get what they get. And those of us that don't trust the pharmaceuticals, we're here and we're doing research all the time, or we're listening to people that do research all the time. The doctors, the Ivor Cummins, the Dave Feldmans, the engineers that scratch, and the doctors. It's all good. It's all great. And that's how we learn how to take care of ourselves. And we become the best advocate that there is for our health, right? So when you go to the doctors today, I love it that they're being challenged because it's like they are just old school, write a script, and yeah, and then bye. See you in 4 months. Get those labs done. And then when they see, changes on the labs, they pat them on the back, and it's all thank you to cholesterol drugs and blood pressure drugs and all that stuff. So, but we don't do that. We aim to give up our stuff and to get better and to heal from within. So I know that a lot of you, when you get to those plateaus or those stalls, and you get totally, totally frustrated, the first thing I say is that your body's healing itself. Wait for something will happen, but give the inside a chance to catch up with the outside. But then, nobody really wants to hear that as much as they want to hear that, it can be something else. So then I always say, well, do 10 carbs total, not net, total for the week, and see if there's a difference there. I know that one woman took my suggestion, and she said I had 10 carbs all week long, and I didn't think I could do it, and I did it, and I liked it, and guess what? I'm just going to keep going with that. It's like, yes, because there is no carb that is necessary for us to eat, ever. And so that's why the carnivore world is just exploding, because people are seeing, wow, a meat-only diet really feels kind of good. And I love it when I see women doing it too, because it's like, it's just so funny because we as women, we're thinking, oh, plant-based will work. Well, I don't know. I'm plant-based with meat. I think it's Abel James that would say that. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, except I have a little piece of meat with it. That's how I roll. I have 4 to 6 ounces of meat in my OMAD for the day, and that's going to be how it is today, with a whole bunch of grams of lettuces. And then I'm going to put avocado oil around it. And I have an oval-shaped Fiesta plate, And that's how I'm going to do it, because to me, you know me, I freaking dine with my cloth napkin and my decent silverware on a placemat. And I love my OMAD. And no paper plates here. Greg uses them for some things, but not to eat off of. They're just like, I don't know, transporting the steak from the big green egg into the house. He uses them. But not me. I'm a plate person. I'm a it could break plate person. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is just one of the quirky entries of Sarah with Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. And today you saw it. It's 12 total carbs. And most of those carbs, well, I think 5 of them come from that little 100-calorie guac. And then the rest are the lettuce. And maybe 1 in the sour cream. I don't know. But that's how I'm rolling. It's going to be good. I hope it's good for you too. And when we know better, we do better, right? Right, class? I will see you the next time. And maybe I'll have the swatter back again. You just never know. You people have to behave, because if you're not behaving, out comes the smacker. I'll see you the next time. Thanks for watching.